So I'm going to solve the GRE Reading Comprehension, and I'm going to start with the test 2. Earlier I have completed solving test 1. So in this video today, I'm going to start with solving the first passage of GRE test 2, starting from 17, and here I'm going to work on this question first. So the question is, the primary purpose of this passage is to what? So in my sense, to solve this type of question in GRE, I think a candidate should first check with these other types of questions, not type these other questions from this same passage. For example, just do not jump to solve number 17. First attempt 18, 19 and 20. Then after completing all this, I think you will get the answer to this question. So this is first thing to suggest for GRE candidate. Since I have solved this question for a long time, so I am just going to show you how you should approach GRE questions, particularly the verbal section. And another thing is that this is very first video of mine, and I know I'm doing a lot of mistakes, but you can be sure that the suggestion and solution I'll provide to you will be verified and you can cross-check them. So let's start with number 17. The question is, the primary purpose of this passage is to. So for this, you have to read this short passage and then you have to eliminate all this. So I have read throughout the passage. So the passage is on something like the United States have adopted some new opportunities for women for all volunteer armed forces, and the question is how these opportunities increasing women's salary, but not including any dramatic gains. So this is something the main concept of this passage. I might be wrong. So for your clarification, I'm going to start with number 18. So that number 18 question is, according to the passage, despite the United States Armed Forces commitment to occupational equality for women in the military, certain other factors preclude women's. So in that case, what will be the answer? So for answering this question, I definitely have to jump over here in a passage. So I'm coming to this passage, but before solving, I'm again breaking down the question for you. According to the passage, despite the United States Armed Forces commitment to occupational equality for women in the military, certain other factors preclude women's. Preclude means to refrain women from something, and which of the factors from these 5 options. So for the so let's quickly read all these 5 options. First one is receiving equal pay for equal work, having access to positions of responsibility at most levels, drawing assignments from a wider range of assignments than before, benefiting from opportunities arising from new non-combat functions, being assigned all of the military tasks that are assigned to men. Okay, so if we go through the passage quickly, let's see. Okay, the recent change to all volunteer armed forces in the United States will eventually produce a gradual increase in the proportion of women in the armed forces and the variety of women's assignments are probably not the dramatic gains for women that might have been expected. So, as I said earlier, that some changes are coming to this armed forces. Yes, following the changes, women will benefit uh, extra assign. Women will benefit from benefit with having extra assignments, and a lot of women will join the armed forces as well, but no dramatic gains. So from there, this is I stop here. So again, I'll start from there. This is so even though the armed forces operate in an ethos of institutional change oriented toward occupational equality and under the federal sanction of equal pay for equal work. So the meaning of this sentence is that although the institutional direction is toward implementing occupational equality, that too supported by a federal sanction uh, by implementing equal pay for equal work as well. That means in at one side, federal sanction approves that equal pay should be paid for equal work, and on the other side, the institutional direction also going uh, in line with this same statement. So okay, till this sentence. So starting from this, the difficulty is that women are unlikely to be trained for any direct combat operations. So I think the answer is lied in this sentence. That means women are not likely to adopt the kind of combat operations that men can adopt or undergo. So I'll go with option E, because in this question it is asking me that according to the passage, despite the United States Armed Forces commitment to occupational equality for women in the military, certain other factors preclude women. So up to this comma, the main point of the sentence, the phrase is that although United States Armed Forces is committed to provide all the occupational equality, but what are the factors that are keep women refraining from having those same benefits to that of men? So if I go down to this question, that means this answer E being answer E is stating that being assigned all of the military tasks that are assigned to men. That means women's this is the factor that is precluding women to enjoying the same benefit. So the answer is being assigned all of the military tasks that are assigned to men. So thank you for